Okay, so let us start the webinar. Very good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to today's webinar, Leading Innovation and Smart Automation, or Smart Technologies. My name is Danny Lee, and I'm honored to be your host for this session. On behalf of Singapore Polytechnic School of Electrical and Electronic Engineering, thank you for taking time to join us today. We have curated an exciting lineup of speakers who will share valuable insights into some of our relevant CET diploma courses, and we are thrilled to have you with us. Before we begin, here are a few reminders to ensure a smooth and enjoyable session. Please use the Q&A webinar chat to submit your questions at any time. We'll address as many as we can during the Q&A segment close to the end of the session. This session is being recorded, and the recording will be shared with you afterward so that you can revisit the key takeaways at your convenience. Today's session will introduce you to 4 CET courses, which include Diploma in Engineering, Control and Automation. Second, Advanced Diploma in Process Control and Instrumentation. Third, Specialist Diploma in Robotics and Automation, Smart Intelligence. Last but not least, Specialist Diploma in Digital Technologies for Smart Sustainable Cities. We are privileged to have the course chair of this diploma courses joining us to provide insights into the unique features, learning outcomes, and how they can help you stay ahead in today's rapid evolving industry. So let us get started. Our first speaker is Mr. Wong Wing Yew, course chair for the Diploma in Engineering, Control and Automation. He will be sharing how this course will equip learners with the skill set and impact the work in automation and process control. Wing Yew, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the course manager of the Diploma in Engineering, Control and Automation. So this afternoon, I will give you an overview of what this diploma is all about. Now, the purpose of this diploma is to train participants in the area of instrumentation, automation, and control. This will allow the participant to work in areas like maintenance, process control, production and development in a wide range of industry, including manufacturing, petrochemical, pharmaceutical, etc. Now, basically, of course, our aim is to meet the manufacturing sector's need for skilled workforce in control and automation. So, if you look at the statistics in this slide, you will see the industry demand. Now, basically, this slide shows you the manufacturing output per worker over the past 10 years. And you can see from the diagram that the manufacturing output per worker has been increasing. So, this steady rise output, okay, for the past 10 years is actually contributed by the adoption of advanced manufacturing technologies such as robotics and automation. So this means that when there is adoption of such technologies, it means that the demand for workers with such skills, okay, are required. And this is exactly what this course is about, to train workers in robotics and automation. Now, here is another piece of statistics that shows you the remuneration per worker over the past 10 years. As you can see, there's a healthy industry demand for a high-skilled worker, as I mentioned just now. So this is shown in the rise of the remuneration per worker over the past decade. So as the demand for such skilled workers increases, of course, the pay will go up. So again, our course is actually meant to prepare you to be part of this highly skilled workforce. Now, in 2021, EDB published an article called Singapore's Factory Future. So this article is still available in the EDB website. So in this article, okay, the then Trade Industry Minister, Ms. Chan Chun Sing, mentioned that the next step is to grow the country's integral manufacturing by 50% by the year 2030. In other words, manufacturing sector is still set to grow over the next 10 years and so. So to achieve this goal, okay, you would have to develop competitiveness through ability to innovate quickly and produce high-value products, and not through lowering costs of production or labor. In other words, the minister is very clear. We are going to move into higher tech area, and we are not going to compete by just keeping the cost down and hiring cheap labor. So to move into this high value added product, we definitely need skilled workers, and that's where it coincides with our objective of the cost. Now, the EDB Executive Vice Chairman, Mr. Lim Kok Chiang, then also mentioned that the local manufacturing industry has evolved to be one of the world's most advanced over the years. Okay, with firms competing on global stage to skilled workforce. Again, the word is skilled workforce. The use of advanced technology and such as robotics and automation. So I think everybody understands that if you want to move forward, you need advanced technology. And to be able to move forward with this advanced technology, you need the skilled workforce. And these are the opinions from the government, basically the minister and the EDB. From the industry itself, the Singapore Manufacturing Federation President Douglas Foo also mentioned similar thing. He said that the manufacturing industry needs a local workforce. Okay, we are not thinking of just hiring skilled workers from overseas, but we need to have a local workforce with the required skill set to operate technologies that are presently in use, and also willing to advance or contribute towards the transformation of the manufacturing sector. So we are looking at the local workforce who are skillful enough not only for today, but for the future. And automation is just one step in the transformation journey. So he said that manufacturers should actively review their operating processes to incorporate Industry 4.0 tools such as artificial intelligence, IoT, etc. And later you will see that this is again what we will cover in our course, artificial intelligence, Industry 4.0. So to sum up, our course is really geared towards producing skilled workforce for the manufacturing sector. So if you want to be part of this skilled workforce, you should consider this course. Now, this slide shows you how the course is organized. Now, basically, there are 10 modules in this course, and then we are split into 5 semesters. So every semester, you will take 2 modules. So when you complete the 2 modules, you will receive 1 modular certificate. So after 5 semesters, you will receive 5 modular certificate, and that will be equivalent to the full diploma. So if you look at the modules that we are teaching, in the first 2 semesters, we are teaching you the basics of electrical and electronics. Okay, so in the form of electrical principles, digital principles, analog electronics, digital electronics. So these are actually more to build the foundation for those who do not have a sound foundation in the area of electrical and electronics. Now then, in the 3rd semesters, we will teach you something more practical, which is a PLC, Programmable Logic Controller, as well as we will continue to build a foundation now in control systems. In the 4th semester, we will teach you artificial intelligence and robotics technology. And in the final semester, we will teach you smart sensors, actuators, digital manufacturing technology, which basically forms the basis of Industry 4.0. Now, this slide shows you basically the details of what you cover. So, as I just mentioned, the first 2 modules are basically to build up your foundation, especially those who are probably not from engineering certificates. So for electrical principles, we basically teach you the basic things like energy, power, measuring instruments, how do you make measurements of current, voltage, and so on. Then we also cover basically important principles like all the laws, Kirchhoff voltage law, Kirchhoff current law, and so on. Then we also cover things like inductance, transformers, and so on. Then the module on digital principles, we actually teach you the basics of ICs, digital integrated circuits, and we teach you how to design simple combinational logics as well as simple sequential logic such as flip-flops or tables. After you have passed these two modules, you move on to the next semester where we will continue with where you left off. So the first module, analog electronics, basically continues from the electrical principles, but we extend it now to cover semiconductor devices like diodes, transistors, transducers, as well as operation amplifiers. For the digital electronics, which is a continuation of digital principles, we will build on your foundation of what you learned in the previous semester to cover more complex circuits such as adders, multiplexers, and so on. In the third semester, the first module on PLC applications. For those of you who are already working with PLC, but may not have the opportunity to understand the theory behind PLC, we will cover topics like the PLC architecture, the input-output connection, device selection, and so on. Now, then, for those who have no experience in PLC at all, besides letting you understand the architecture of PLC, we will also teach you programming. Okay, so you learn how to program and do troubleshooting. And the programming language that we cover includes ladder logic, functional blocks, and structured text. So with all this, you will be able to develop programs using PLCs or read programs that are existing in your PLC system and probably do modification and troubleshooting. The second module is control system. Basically, we aim to provide you with foundation knowledge and techniques of basic control systems. Okay, so things like using block diagram to represent control systems, single feedback loop, and so on. This will be covered. In the fourth semester, we will cover artificial intelligence. Now, as you know, artificial intelligence is a very wide field. You can easily spend 2-3 years at a diploma in the area of artificial intelligence. So for us, this is one module. So we will focus on some of the things that's important for automation. So this includes artificial intelligence and machine language or machine learning. So we aim to equip the students with knowledge of, with some basic knowledge and understanding of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So you learn the background theory on and how to use all these artificial intelligence and machine learning tools, so that you can actually apply in your work or in your projects. So remember, this is just a foundation module to build up your knowledge in this area. Now, when you are doing your projects in your company, you will probably receive more training on the specific AI tools or machine language tools you are using. But at least you are able to have the background knowledge to allow you to follow through. The next module is on robotics technology. Okay, you will provide you with insights and trends of applications of robotics. And this is a very hands-on module. So you will have a lot of chance to do programming robots, to program robots, as well as to understand how to design programs to control the robots. The final certificate, or the final semester, you will introduce to smart sensors and actuators. So this is to allow you to understand that nowadays, the sensors are no longer like those in the past, which basically just measure and you have to design circuits to tap out the signal and do your own analysis. Okay. Now, the sensors are smart. They can actually collect the data and actually store it to the cloud. And then you can make use of dashboards to read the data, or you can download the data for further analysis. And so, the next module is on digital manufacturing technology, which basically is the backbone of your Industry 4.0. So we basically, in Industry 4.0, basically you will find that a lot of automation equipment will start to be networked together and communicate each other and pass information from one machine to another. And so those communication platforms like OPC UA will be covered. And during your practical lessons, you have a chance to understand the programming of how to use a PLC to program it for automating tasks using all this mobile information. Now, basically, the highlight of this course is that it is very practice-oriented and industry standards training. So we offer a lot of hands-on, industry-focused learning experience to you. Okay, and then you have a lot of practical exercises, simulation, and you work with advanced equipment. And the equipment in our lab includes well-known equipment like the Siemens 1500 PLC, the Berkhoff IPC, ABB robots, and the SICK smart sensors. For those of you who aspire to have further upgrading, we have two paths here, the SIT Poly accreditation credit exemption. Now, if you are interested to pursue a full-time degree course, graduates of this diploma in control and automation will be offered credit exemptions if you apply for the Bachelor of Engineering with honors in the electrical power engineering at SIT. For those of you who are thinking of doing a part-time degree course, graduates of this course will qualify for admission to the part-time Bachelor of Technology program at NUS if you have enrolled and successfully complete the Bachelor of Technology Engineering bridging units. In other words, if you complete this diploma, all you need to do is just go and register for the Bachelor of Bachelor of Technology Engineering bridging units, and if you pass all those requirements, you will qualify to do your part-time Bachelor Tech program. Now, for those of you who just want to further upskill yourself, you can also take more diploma offered by us. So such as the Specialist Diploma in Robotics and Automation on Smart Intelligence, or the Advanced Diploma in Process and Control and Instrumentation. So this will be these two diplomas are basically built upon what you have studied in this Diploma in Engineering, Control and Automation. Now, our course is also aligned to the Workforce Skills Qualification and the Skills Framework. Basically, for the Skills Framework, we are aligned to the Skills Framework in the following sectors in the manufacturing cluster. So built environment, chemical, energy and chemical, engineering services, and precision engineering. And the skills that you acquire in this course is also mapped to level 3 to level 4 in the technical skills competency of the following: robotics and automation technology application, engineering support management, instrumentation and control design engineering management, and embedded systems integration. Now, our course, we have 2 intakes per year. The first intake is in April, second intake is October. So the April intake is now open. The application period is from 1st December to 31st January. And the next intake for the next registration period for the October intake will be June and July. What's the entry requirements? First is that if you have O-level with English, Maths, and Science, and at least 1 year of relevant working experience, you can apply for this course. You can qualify for this course. If you have an ITE cert, so if your ITE cert is NITEC in an engineering discipline and you have GPA of 3.5 and more, you will straight away qualify for the course. Or if your GPA is below 3.5 but greater than 3, then you need at least 1 year of relevant working experience. Now, if you complete a part-time certificate course from ITE, and you get the NITEC in technology and in an engineering discipline, and if your GPA is greater than 3.5 and you have at least 1 year of relevant working experience, you can qualify for this course. For those who are doing higher NITEC or who have a higher NITEC certificate, if your GPA is greater than 2.0, or if your GPA is less than 2.0 but greater than 1.5, but you have at least 1 year of relevant working experience, you also meet the entry requirements. For those of you who do a part-time higher NITEC course in ITE, as long as your higher NITEC technology is in an engineering discipline and you have a GPA of greater than 2.0 with at least 1 year of relevant working experience, you also can meet the entry requirements. If you have other qualifications and at least 2 years of relevant working experience, you can also meet the entry requirements for this course. Now, the course duration is 5 semesters or 2.5 years. Total course hour is 900 hours. Okay, so you need to come for class for 3 evenings per week. The time will be 6:30 to 10:30, and the lessons will be conducted at SP campus. Now, we have 2 intake, as mentioned. each intake, the semester for each intake is 18 weeks, with 3 weeks mid-semester break. So basically, one of the term in the semester is 7 weeks, the other term is 8 weeks, with 3 weeks of vacation in between. So the April semester will start from 21st April 2025 and end in 22nd August 2025. The October semester will start on 21st of October and end the next year, 20th February. That's the end of my presentation. I will now leave it to the MC to introduce the second speaker.
Thank you, Wen Yu, for that comprehensive and insightful presentation. Next, we have Dr. Yang Zizong, who will present on 2 courses, the Advanced Diploma in Process Control and Instrumentation, and the Specialist Diploma in Robotics and Automation, Smart Intelligence. Zizong, over to you.
Hello, hi, good afternoon. Dr. Yang here. So today I'm here to introduce to you the Advanced Diploma in Process Control and Instrumentation. Okay, so first introduction to the course rationale. What is process control and how is this course relate to process control? In automation and control in manufacturing systems, process control typically refers to larger scale control systems applied to many instruments like oil refineries, chemicals, chemical plants, power generation plants, pharmaceuticals, and so on and so forth. But the technology applied in these larger scale systems are similar to those in automation systems where you may have production lines, assembly lines. So there are similarities in these 2 areas. So for our course, although it is primarily focusing on meeting the demand of process control technologies, what we learn in this field will also be applicable to manufacturing automation systems. Process control is a traditional area, as we can see that those oil refineries, chemical plants, power generation plants has been around for many, many years, and is actually a stable technical area. However, in recent years, the emerging technologies like digital field bus, digital instruments, or computing and information systems is also used. Those new technologies are also extensively used in the process control systems, and it demands that our course meet those new areas as well. Okay, so this is a rationale for our course. Now, in terms of industrial demand, I have just went into our MOM website and to get some statistics on the employment. Okay, there are other source of data, but this table here just show idea on the employment in our manufacturing sectors and how the employment has been changing over the last few years. You know, you can see that it's quite current until almost the end of 2024. Okay, what we can deduce from this data is that the changes, these numbers are actually employment changes, the rate of change, right, percentage change. So it's quite small. Okay, so the changes each year or each quarter is a small changes only. Now, it's an indication that this industry is a steady industry. Okay? It is the change is not dramatic, so it's the opportunities are always present. Okay, next I want to share with you on the course objectives. As an advanced diploma course, this course will provide with a firm foundation on the theoretical knowledge and the practical skills that is necessary for graduates to be able to work in the field of instrumentation and control. Okay, so our course will cover the foundational skill sets to meet those basic demand, solid demand actually. At the same time, our course objective also want to provide our students with the knowledge and the latest development in these areas, including instrumentation, automation, process control technologies. So these are the new technologies that is being implemented in process control systems. And we want to prepare our students, okay, in this new developments. So some of the modules and the coverage that I will share with you in a moment. Okay, yeah. For the course receive industrial endorsement. So the course has been running for many years. Okay, so one of the traditional course that we offer by the School of EEE, and but every 2 or 3 years, we actually renew the course by going to industry and industrial societies and to validate our module content and course offerings. So these are some examples of industry endorsement, including the Instrumentation Control Society of Singapore, right? Yokogawa, SIAA, so these are well-known organizations and companies in these areas. The course curriculum, this is a summary of the course curriculum. There are a total of 4 PDCs. PDCs are post-diploma certificates. So the 4 PDCs will be covered in a 1-year period. So that means every 1 semester, which is about half a year, will cover 4 modules, okay, 2 PDCs with 4 modules. And this also means that as a advanced diploma, the demand for our student is a bit higher because there are more modules to cover. Students who study on the advanced diploma courses have to spend more time and come to SP more often to attend courses. Okay, so the details of this I will go through with you to highlight the important aspects of these modules. So for PTC1, we have once programmable logic controllers. So this is a module that will focus on the programming and introduce latest development of the PLC or programmable logic controllers. PLCs are the foundation of control systems, and the majority of industrial control systems use PLCs in one way or another. Okay, so in process control, PLCs are widely used, and there is another system called DCS system. We will also have a module to discuss on DCS system as well. Okay, so on the topics for the PLC module, we will also, although we will introduce the basic ideas and concepts of PLCs, but we will extend the PLC coverage to more advanced concepts, like the intelligent I/O modules, local area networks, supervisory controls, and so on and so forth. There's a module on dynamics and control. This is the theoretical foundation for control systems. So we'll introduce how do we model a control system, and how do we analyze the performance of the system in terms of transient, in terms of stability, in terms of error, okay, and introduce some of the various mathematic ways of analyzing control system. They are important in understanding the foundational structure of control systems. In PTC2, there are two modules. One is on instrumentation and measurement systems. As we can imagine that control systems make a lot of measurements and take a lot of control actions to implement the control systems. So measurements and instrumentation is key aspects of control system. So we, in this instrumentation and measurement systems, we introduce the traditional transmitters, actuators, control valve, and so on. Those are basic elements in control systems. In time, we also introduce new technologies like the Internet of Things, okay, that are being increasingly available for process control. We have one module on AI for automation. So AI has been rising and become increasingly popular, and together with machine learning, so they are now also found increasing use in control systems. So this module will introduce the concepts of AI and the machine learning, and in particular, we want to link the concepts or skills of AI and machine learning and see how they are actually implemented in industrial automation systems. Okay, so we will. This module is not a module that try to teach AI or machine learning, but it is an integration of some of the AI and the machine learning concepts into automation systems, and typically is in our PLCs and IPCs that was using these systems. So PTC3, we introduced the distributed control systems. I mentioned earlier that there are mainly two control systems in process control. One is a PLC, then the other one is actually DCS. DCS stands for Distributed Control Systems. It is an architecture that is applies to larger control systems. It's an integration of many different technologies. Okay, so we will have one module that introduces this, because many of the larger scale plants, like chemical plants, or power stations, are using DCS systems. Okay, there is no exclusion between DCS and PLC because they are actually used together. Okay. We have a module on computer control systems. This is a module that will introduce in how the controllers are designed. We introduce the intelligent controllers in process control industries. We want to aim to provide the comprehensive study of the development of computer control systems and the applications, including hardware and software that was involved in computer control systems. And some of the theoretical aspects like state space analysis, frequency domain control, and so on will also be introduced here. PTC4 have two modules. One is on industrial networks and cybersecurity. Industrial networks are increasingly become the backbone of control systems. They are implemented in connecting sensors and devices, and these are called field bus systems, as well as connecting controllers like PLCs with other control components like human machine interface devices, our data storage devices, our display devices like SCADA systems, and so on. So essentially, this module is discussing how the interconnection, how devices and the systems are interconnected together nowadays in our control system. Now, since the security is always a concern with network systems, we will also introduce the cybersecurity issues in networked control systems. And we'll discuss the various ways on how to enhance such cybersecurity concerns. We also have a module on process control engineering. So this will be focusing on the various configurations in process control system, meaning that in larger control systems, we not only have feedback single loop control systems, we also have multi-loop controls like feed-forward, okay, read control, and so on and so forth. Now, there are a few of these are commonly used in process controls. So we introduce their characteristics and how to analyze and design controllers for these cases. So as you can see that these modules provide first is they provided a theory and the foundational technical requirement for process control, but also we addressed some of the new developments like smart sensors, networks, and so on, AI. Okay, I hope this short outline of the modules give you an idea on how this course is structured. Okay, just to give you a few highlights on this course, it is we do have collaborations with universities like SIT, where some of the modules may take credit exemption when you join degree programs in SIT. We have a blended learning, meaning that our modules are delivered in sometimes face-to-face, and a few of them are also online. Okay, so there is a mixture of learning approaches. And the other one is our modules are very practical based. So most of the time, students are required to perform hands-on and real configurations on hardwares that are identical to what is used in industry. Right. The development of the course materials are in close relationship to the skills framework by our government. So although we don't show you the details on this mapping, okay, but I can tell you that it is developed based on the skills framework. So just to share that the kind of job titles that you can have after graduating from this course would include assistant equipment engineer, senior maintenance technician, engineer and maintenance, senior technician and engineer, among others. Okay, other information in terms of course intake are similar to our other courses in our school. Okay, this course we have 2 intakes per year, okay, in April and October. So now the April intake is open for application. For entry requirements, as a advanced diploma course, we require our applicants to have a engineering polytechnic diploma in related field. Okay, so those with already have a polytechnic diploma in the relevant engineering field will be qualified for this. However, if you have other qualifications or you know, maybe some from other institutions, and if you're not so sure on whether you meet the requirements, you can always apply. And as long as you have some relevant experience, and we'll look at your qualifications, other type of qualifications on a case-by-case basis. Okay, the whole course will last for 1 year, okay, over 2 semesters, and the total number of hours is 480 hours. Students may be required to come 4 evenings per week, sometimes maybe less, as some modules are maybe offered online. Okay, these are some more information on the semesters. Okay, I think for this is my introduction to this advanced diploma course. If you have any questions, we will can ask on the question answer input, and we'll address or ask at the end of the presentation. Then we'll address your issues, okay, in the Q&A session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Zizong, for those insightful sharing into the advanced courses and the career opportunities in the sector. Finally, it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Lau Chun Ming, course chair for the Specialist Diploma in Digital Technology for Smart Sustainable Cities. He will be sharing how this course prepares learners to excel in the growing field of smart technologies and sustainable development.
Yeah.
Chun Ming, it is over to you now.
Okay, very good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to the webinar. So I will share my screen now. Okay, so yeah, we're sharing the specialist in digital technology for smart and sustainable city. So I'm Lau Chun Ming, the course manager for this course. Okay, so in 2014, Singapore launched the Smart Nation initiative, where they aims to be one digital government, one digital economy, and one digital society. So through all these initiatives, the government hopes to boost up our economy, okay, to use technology, our society to use technology to encourage growth, and also to grow talent in the area of digital technology, which is why we launched this course, okay, to help together with the initiative. So it was launched 2014, and now it's more than 10 years. Okay, and now we have even moved on to version 2.0. Okay. And we are very happy to announce that in 2014, okay, Singapore is the smartest nation in Asia. Okay, so all the achievement can be seen in the website under smartnation.gov.sg. So I believe all of you will have used some form of apps or some form of applications that actually interact with our government. Okay, the different services used by the government. Okay, all these are all part of the Smart Nation initiative. Okay. And last year, May, okay, in 2024, our senior minister of state, Mr. Tan, so he launched the digital enterprise footprint. It was created with the various stakeholders. And this aims to make Singapore the nation of empowered enterprise and workers. Okay. So under this blueprint, we have 4 focus areas. Okay, so focus area 1, it will be focusing on enterprises to be smarter. Area 2 will be on enterprises to scale faster. Area 3 will be for enterprise to be safer. And for us, we are focused on area 4, Okay, area 4 is to upskill worker to make full use of digital capability, which is what our specialists did aim to achieve. So this specialist did in digital technology for smart and sustainable city is designed for individuals. Okay, if you have a background in IT, we want to build on upskills your expertise in smart city technologies. We want to equip you with the skill to understand, implement, and apply smart and sustainable city system, and prepare you to contribute to this smart nation initiative, which is now have moved on to version 2.0. Okay. So these specialists did have 2 PDC. Each PDC will be covered in 1 semester. So 1 semester is about half a year. So it's a 1-year course. So we have PDC 1, which focus on smart system and cloud computing, and PDC 2 on sensors and mobile application. So looking at PDC 1, okay, we have the first module is on smart sustainable system and application, which give you a very good overview of smart city technologies, the different urban sustainable solution. We will discuss on the various digital technologies like networking, IoT, machine-to-machine communication, okay, and focusing on how they can work together, okay, to create this solution for smart sustainable cities. Okay, module 2 focus on data analytics, where we'll give you an introduction of the tools for you to prepare the data, pre-processing your data, followed by the how to use the various tools, okay, in the domain of supervised and unsupervised learning. Okay, and then you'll use the latest cloud data analysis software tools for data analysis, okay, under cloud computing. Okay, so for PDC 2, the first module will cover the sensors and communication for AIoT, artificial intelligence of things. Okay, so this aim to equip you with different skills and concepts such as Python, client-server technology, data analytics, machine learning, IoT securities. And finally, in module 4, under this PDC, we will introduce you with low-code mobile app development. Okay, so in low-code mobile development, you'll basically learn about creating graphical using the GUI interface, drag and drop features for you to develop a mobile app in a very quick and easy way. Okay, so this allows users with no or formal knowledge of coding, okay, for you to develop mobile application for different purposes, okay, including mobile app for businesses. So our course will help to broaden your skills. So it help you develop your skill in smart system, data analytics, cloud computing, sensors, AIoT. All these are in line with our Singapore Smart Nation initiative. So we adopted a blended learning approach where 25% of our course will be delivered through live online session. And we also have hands-on, practical-oriented approach for you to experience this real-life working experience, okay, for you to apply the theoretical knowledge that you gain through practical exercises, simulation, and projects. Okay. So upon graduating from this diploma, you can look forward to working in areas like smart system and application design, data analytics, IoT, AIoT system, mobile app developments. Okay. If you are interested to further upskills yourself, we also have different specialist dip offered by our schools, okay, in the area of cloud computing, network security, operation technology, cyber security. So these are the different courses that you can continue to take to help to upskill, to broaden your skills in the area of information technology and smart systems. Okay, so you can look up for all these courses under our SP website, under CET courses. So here's a QR code for you to scan. Okay, so scanning this QR code will bring you to the course website, which will we will have the link for you to register for the course. Currently, we are open for registration for the April intake. We will start in April. Okay, and the course is a 1-year course. So 1 year will consist of 2 semesters. Okay, so the course will start in April and will end in March, a 1-year course. So there'll be 2 evenings, 2 evenings per week. Okay, so it will be all on weekdays from 6:30 to 10:30 p.m. So as I mentioned, application is already open. So just scan the QR code on this page. Okay, then you can we will bring you to the course registration, course website, which will have a link to course registration. So our course, as mentioned, we have face-to-face lesson, online lesson, and practical hands-on lessons. Okay, so I'll give you some time to scan this QR code. So going to QR code, it will contain all the minimum entry requirements that are required. What are the course synopsis that I just now described earlier? Okay, and the different details of the course. Okay, so do remember, registration already started. So when you register, you'll be for the April intake. Okay, so I'll leave the question later for the Q&A session. So now I will hand over back to with my colleague, Mr. Danny. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Choo Ming, for your engaging and informative presentation. Last but not least, I will invite Dr. Yang Zhizong back to share on the Specialist Diploma in Robotics and Automation, Smart System. Zhizong, please take over when you are ready.
Hi, good afternoon. This is Dr. Yang. Here I want to share with you on the Specialist Diploma in Robotics and Automation, Smart Intelligence. First, let me introduce to you on the background of offering this Specialist Diploma. The course rationale, I think from our experience, in the media, in TV and the presentations, we often are able to capture keywords. So this page I'm showing you now is just indicating that some of the media captures that very often we see things like robotics, innovation, and industrial robots, and so on and so forth. These are also on industrial and the government documentations. We will see also these keywords in precision engineering, cluster development, and some data always pointing to increasing use of these robots. And for industrial documentations, we also hear the words growth, Industry 4.0, robotics, and how many companies have made robotic adoptions, SMEs using robotics and automation, Industry 4.0 in their R&D and productions. So these are captures from real particles and industrial sources. That's a quick it's a quick indication on the popularity and demand for industrial robots and Industry 4.0 automation systems and so on. So these are the background for introduce our specialist diploma here. So this specialist diploma, when it was launched, we went and obtained industrial support. And in its renewal, we also get industrial support on our course materials, teaching materials, including, for example, ABB, okay, and ZIC companies. Some samples are shown here. Okay, just to share with you on our course objectives. A specialist diploma is one that will focus on particular area. So this specialist diploma is focusing on the areas of robotics and automation. And we put a bracket smart intelligence because we want to highlight of the importance of smart systems being used in robotic and automation systems. Okay, the smartness in terms of AI, Internet of Things, machine learning, cloud analytics, and those are essential elements nowadays in these robotics-based control systems. Okay, this picture shows that there are actually two specialist diplomas related to each other. We actually have this specialist diploma in robotics system is actually one is on robotics applications and the one is on smart intelligence. Now, these two specialist diploma have some relationships. First is they have a shared PDC-1. So for students who register for one of the specialist diplomas, okay, for both of these specialist diplomas would have PDC-1 identical. And then for PDC 2 and 3, right, for the smart intelligence, students will take PDC 3. So together with PDC 1, the two together will allow students to obtain the specialist diploma in smart intelligence. And for students who come in for the robotic application, then after completing PDC 1 and the PDC 2, they will obtain the specialist diploma. The one special arrangement is for students who already obtained one of the specialist diploma are able to take on one more PDC to obtain the other specialist diploma, right? So that students can obtain, okay, two specialist diplomas with only 3 semesters study. This is a special arrangement. Okay, let's have a look on the modules that was included in the specialist diploma on the smart intelligence side. Okay, so we have 4 modules. One is on industrial automation systems. So this module will provide the knowledge and the skill to in automated control operations for mainly using PLCs, but we'll introduce the related devices like sensing devices, actuating devices, human-machine interface devices, as well as communication and the industrial fieldbus standard like EtherCAT, which is a Ethernet-based communication standard. IO-Link is a fieldbus system that links smart sensors together. And the motion control is referring to the control of motors, as well as M2M, which is machine-to-machine communications. Mostly industry is using OPC UA. Then we have a module on PLC with cloud analytics. So this module will introduce to students to the operation of PLCs, but with cloud computing in particular. Okay, this cloud computing is mainly allow us to link PLC operations with the cloud. This cloud is used for monitoring, visualization, as well as analysis of data from to and from PLCs. So this module will cover not only PLC programming, but it's also the connection to cloud. And this connection would also have to involve networking, industrial networking, as well as information networking. Okay, then we have one module on robotics and smart sensing. So this module will, students will learn the smart sensors that are used in robotics. So any robotic and the automation systems will require a lot of use of smart sensors, such as laser sensors for position and area measurements, and the other sensors. Okay, so for this module, we'll introduce the principles as well as operation configuration of these smart sensors and how they are used in robotic systems. We'll use various robotic platforms, including mobile robots, as well as industrial robot arm operations. Okay, we have one module on machine learning and AI for automation. So in recognition for the importance of AI that is rapidly used in automation and robotic systems, we want to equip our students with basic understanding in these topics. So we'll introduce the concepts and some of the skills, software, and the equipment for using AI and ML. But more importantly, we want to integrate those technologies with robotics and automation operations. And this is done typically by asking students to apply these knowledges in related project work. There's some course highlights on this specialist diploma. First is we have collaborations with universities like SIT on credit exemptions. So some of the modules, okay, once our students go through our course, okay, can receive credit exemptions when they join SIT degree programs. Secondly is our courses all use a practical-oriented approach. So whether it is on PLCs or cloud, or whether it's on robotics and smart sensors, so students are expected to have hands-on experience using real equipment that is identical to industrial use. Okay, so we try to offer the most relevant technologies for students in this robotic and automation areas, okay, including cloud computing, IoT, machine learning, and so on. Okay, the teaching materials are developed by referencing to our government skill framework. Okay, so the technical aspects are closely related to what the workforce is required. Okay, just to share with you on some sample job titles for graduates, like production managers, assistant production managers, facility manager, facility engineer, okay, or engineer, or supervisor, or maintenance supervisor. Automation coordinators or robot coordinators. So these are just sample job titles as stated in the skills framework. Okay, some admin information. So our course is offered twice a year. So current batch is for April this year, and the application is already open. So if you are interested, can apply online through our SPE website. On entry requirements, as a specialist diploma, we require our applicants to have a minimum diploma qualification in computing, electrical and electronics, mechanical or mechatronics engineering from a recognized institution. Okay, so for individuals with a minimum diploma qualification in other engineering fields will also be considered, but it will be on a case-by-case basis. Okay. If we have applicants that with the qualifications fall short of the requirements, we also can put into consideration on working experience. Okay, so students who feel that you have the relevant working experience are able to cope with our courses can also apply, and we'll look at your work experience together with your qualifications. Okay, the schedule is the whole course will last for 1 year over a 2-semester period, and the total course hour is 240 hours. Students are expected to come 2 evenings per week with 4-hour duration, 6:30 to 10:30. But some of the sessions may be online. So yeah, so there can be online arrangement for our courses as well. Currently, typically 30% of the lessons will be online. Okay, these are the semester arrangement. I think it's similar to other courses. Okay, that's what I have to share on this specialist diploma course. Thank you for your attention.
All right. Thank you, Tzu Zong, for the wonderful presentation. We will now move into the Q&A segment. If you haven't already, please submit your questions through the Q&A box. I will direct them to our speaker and we'll address as many as we can. So let us begin. There is a question, we read it out to all. How many students on average are in a class? So on average, there are about 10 to 20 students, right? Depending on the the class size in a class. So you will not exceed more than 24. That is what we will in a class for a lecturer. So that is the typical arrangement in terms of class size. I hope that answers the questions. Okay, there's a question for Mr. Lau regarding the specialist diploma in digital technologies course entry requirement. If the qualification is diploma in technology, building services and fire safety from NIAN, and BTech in industrial management engineering NUS, some basic IT knowledge, understand the above qualification do not meet the entry requirement, will the school consider taking in the student for the course? So maybe I invite Chun Ming to take the question.
Okay. Okay, regarding to your question about the entry requirement, okay. Unfortunately, we will not be able to advise it over this webinar, but I will strongly encourage you to apply, because with your application, we can look at your working experience. We also look at the qualification that you have, the modules that you have taken. Then we can advise you formally on admitting you for this course. We also have other ways of evaluating the requirement for admission. So I will really strongly advise that you don't really have to take the entry requirement by face value, because there are also many other means for us to admit students. In particular based on working experience, and also looking at the different certificate, different courses that you have taken and the module that you have taken. Okay, so going to our course, submit your application, submit the necessary supporting document, then we can do a formal evaluation to be able to advise you more accurately. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just to summarize it is please apply, and there are many ways that we can admit student. One way is meeting the minimum entry requirement, is what Chun Ming has said. The other ways would be the RPL, recognition of prior learning. So let us take a look, and then we will advise you accordingly from there. So please apply. Thank you. Okay. All right. So there's no more questions on the webinar chat. But maybe you are still thinking about what to ask. I just want to highlight 4 points. All right, 4 points. To summarize the webinar session. The first point is that the registration for the MOE full qualification CET courses is ongoing, and it is planned to end by end of this month, January 2025. right? So if you are interested in any of the CD courses, please apply before end of the month. So this is the first point. The second point is that I think some of you might be worried about the minimum entry requirement. I just want to highlight that there's this route of recognition of prior learning, which means that applicants who do not meet the minimum entry requirement may apply for admission to the course by producing the evidence of relevant working experience, all right? Or the supporting information to ascertain your competency readiness. So let us have all this documentation and let us take a look at it, whether to admit you through the MER, minimum entry requirement, or the route of this recognition of prior learning. So that's the second point. So the third point will be to mention that for those who have applied but failed to be admitted previously, all right, whether 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years back, they are encouraged to reapply, as mentioned, all right? There are 2 ways of being enrolled. One way is meeting the MER. The second way is to through the recognition of prior learning. Also, reapply again because your working experience have improved, all right? So there will be, a good chance, all right, of coming in, even though the previous attempt did not work out. And then I just want to highlight the fourth point is that if you are NTUC member, age 40 and above, either you are local or foreigner, right? Under this UTAP called the Union Training Assistant Program, you can enjoy up to $500 per year, right? Per year for the course commencing from 1st July 2020 till 31st December 2025. So if you start a course, all right, in this year, you can enjoy up to $500 per year under this UTAP. So these are the 4 points I just want to mention it, right? While waiting for questions to come, but there is no questions over here. So maybe I will just round up. I mean, there are 4 CET courses that we presented today. Maybe I just invite them to summarize the key points and the key takeaway. Maybe I start with Weng Yu to share on this diploma.
Hi, I'm the course manager for Diploma in Engineering, Automation and Control. So my key message to you is that manufacturing in Singapore is going to expand. There will be more jobs and we need highly skilled workers. And this course is designed to prepare you to work in the manufacturing sector, okay, by teaching you, besides the basics, will be technologies in areas of automation. So look forward for you to apply for the course.
Okay, thanks, Weng Yu. Maybe I'll invite Dr. Yang to share on the 2 diploma courses that he has presented. Over to you, Dr. Yang.
Hi, everyone. So for the advanced diploma in instrumentation and in process instrumentation and control, this is a very well-received course over many years. So we have been offering this course for more than 20 years, and without break. So it is a very popular course. As a course is providing the technical skill sets for the process control industry, and as well as introducing the newer technologies that is in demand in the industry. Okay, so for those of you who are intended to get in this area in process control systems, then this is a very good course for you to consider. As for the specialist diploma in robotics and automation, bracket is a smart intelligence. Okay, I would like to say that this is a specialist diploma. So we offer to this specialist diploma for people to get into this area of robotics and automation. And this course will provide you with foundations for automation systems and robotics, as well as introducing the new technologies like cloud and networking, info systems, and AI and machine learning that are linked to these systems. And besides this course itself, you also have the opportunity to obtain another specialist diploma on robotics applications by just taking on one more PTC. That means one more semester. Okay, then you can get 2 specialist diplomas. And besides, this specialist diploma is in the leading technological trend where Industrial 4.0 robotics are in the demand. Okay, thank you very much.
Okay, thanks, Tzu Chong. So last but not least, Chu Ming, over to you for your diploma that you have presented.
Okay, so for the diploma, for the specialist did in digital technology for smart sustainable city. So taking this diploma will help you to be on board, okay, on our smart nation journey. Okay, so there are many current initiatives that the government have launched, okay, for the public, for the businesses, for the enterprise. So there'll be job opportunities for you, okay, after you graduate from this diploma, okay, gaining the necessary knowledge, the skills, okay, to be part of our Smart Nation initiative. Okay, so we look forward for you to join our program, okay, in April.
Okay, thanks, Chu Ming, and thanks for all the for highlighting the unique selling point for the diploma courses. So there's no questions at this moment. So I think let us close the session now. Thank you once again to all the speakers for sharing your expertise and to all of you for joining us today. We hope this session has been informative and inspiring for you. Stay connected with us, and we look forward to seeing you in one of our CT courses in the future. Have a great day ahead, and thank you for being part of today's webinar.